think I have probably never going to run out of gouache for the rest of my life. Hopefully, maybe white, because that's the color you always run out of, and maybe black. I don't know. But I ended up getting another set, so it's time to do another swatch. This time, it's the Master's Touch Gouache paint set. I got it for 50% off, so it was $10. There's a 12 set as well, but it's normally 20. So, kind of it's the low end, but the middling range of the low end as far as pricing goes. But we'll give it a shot here. All right, so I have it here. The tubes have a weird designation. It's HG06. It says it conforms to ASTM, which is the light fastness thing, but it doesn't have any light fast information. It just says vehicle is dextrin. So that's the binder that they used is dextrin, which is a type of sugar. Which is, okay, that's different. And it does have pigments. It says white PW6, white PW5. So it doesn't say what the percentage is. It does have the pigment information here, but no light fast information. It says it's confirmed. So, you know, you'd look up, what you do to find out is you could look up the pigments and see if they're light fast. And then look up to see what dextrin does to light fastness. So it's an interesting choice, dextrin. The 24 colors, no pure white. They did have, let's see, white is PW6, PW5, and their titanium white is PW5 and PW6. They're just switched around. Okay. Sure. But they have a nice rose color. I like that. That's a different one than what you see in a lot of sets. I guess when it comes down to it, honestly, like the set that you buy too is going to depend on like your color preference. This one has lots of yellow and orange, which most don't. Let's see here. It doesn't have a straight purple, but it has a mauve, which is technically straight purple. It's a violet PV3. But comes like with all the standard colors too. Certain blue, cobalt blue, ultramarine, Prussian, grass green, viridian hue, burnt umber, and black. So, you know, otherwise it has a good selection of blues and greens as well. But like I said, each set is a little bit different. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these on the palette. Some of these are kind of spitty, if that makes sense. Yeah. Got into these reds and they are kind of separated. They have kind of a weird like smell. And sticky. A sticky, like the stuff that comes out is really sticky. Okay, so that was interesting. Some of them came out really separated. Some of them came out really creamy. Some of them came out watery. So, like, not very consistent. Do that. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these out, and we'll see what I think. So I will say at this point, it is sticky. It's sticky, and that's not what I normally expect from gouache. Like, it's obviously streaky a bit, and it is fairly opaque, so that has that gold for it. But it is sticky, which I didn't expect. So, first impressions, it's really inconsistent. So besides the stickiness, some lay down really well and creamy. Some don't flow very well. I had a lot of trouble with some of the blues and greens where they didn't flow off the brush at all. This is like, I don't know. I'm watching them dry to be sure, but this might just be only like one up. This might be the lowest next to Zenicolor, with Zenicolor still being at the bottom, depending on how these dry. If these dry as chalky, it might be on par with Zenicolor, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to mix some colors now and see what I get. It mixes okay. I'm gonna say this is definitely probably the lowest. I mean, I'm gonna play around and see kind of what I get here now, but add some white to some things and see how if stuff changes. But yeah, it's there's a nice mauve and white. It's it doesn't have a bad consistency all the time, but it's almost as if every color might need a little bit of white. Couple that with green and just spread it on and see how it feels. Because it's not a bad consistency, and it seems to be drying fairly brightly, so that's not so bad. A very dirty brush here. I'll put some black down. Nice pink. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put these up. They're definitely above the Zenicolor, I think. They they layer all right. I guess they just need to be worked quite a bit outside the tube. They do have that weird sticky feeling though when you paint with them. So I still find that kind of bizarre. I don't know. I guess I don't hate them. So there's that. So yeah, I'd say that they're definitely on the lower end of quality, but not so bad. They seem to be drying fairly brightly. Let's go ahead and remove the tape and I'll get the colors marked. Interestingly enough, one of the other things that I've noticed is it doesn't dry very fast compared to the gouache. I'm used to the gouache drying fairly fast, and it's not drying. So I guess there's that. I do like the black though. It is kind of weird. Well, you know, I'm gonna say that this is pretty okay gouache, you know, overall. It is a little weird. It doesn't dry as fast as other gouache. It has a kind of sticky texture. It's not consistent in how it lays down, but it is opaque. It doesn't feel horrible to paint with. Some colors flow better than others, which I thought was kind of strange, but it is what it is. Hello again. It's time to do another painting. I am doing another portrait class today, and this time I am using Master's Touch gouache. So this is the Hobby Lobby brand of stuff. I think they only pretty much sell Master's Touch now, their own stuff. I don't generally buy stuff from Hobby Lobby, but I did end up with this. Hobby Lobby has very questionable policies, and yeah, then apparently they traffic in stolen artifacts. So there's that. But I did end up with some of their gouache. So I am going to, no sponsorship, everything was paid for. I do believe you can actually get this like on, I've seen it actually on Amazon, so I think they sell it through there too, or I've seen people like resell it. Let me make sure I have my go. I'm dropping all the stuff. It's going well. Dropping my cards. Okay, I have. Let's see here. So this is the swatch I did of it. The colors are bright. It layered okay, but really got crackly, really streaky. Not really sure that I like it. They give a good selection of color. I believe this is the 24 set. So lots of greens in this set. It's overly green. So I think it's really funny how gouache always tends to have a lot more greens in it. And so it's not always true, but that. And you have like the medium yellow. They give a number to theirs. They do put pigments on theirs. So it does have pigment information. It also says what the vehicle or binder is, dextrin in this case. So there is pigment information, interestingly enough. This is kind of a limited palette class as well as a portrait class. So what I have there is that. So I'm gonna get my palette ready and go from there. Alright, so I just got white all over my camera because I keep dipping my finger in it. But I've put it on there. This palette is a little bit messy. It has some dried paints on there. I'm not really too worried about that, honestly. But you can see the separation on these. There's the crimson red, has that yellow. It took me forever to get paint out of the rose tube. And they felt very empty. Like I had to squeeze a lot and I was squeezing down. I don't think there's very much paint in those. The same with the yellow ochre, and I have some lemon yellow. You can't really see the brown that's separated out, but they're all really separated. Not the greatest, especially when they look weird like that and kind of browny. Gross. Not my favorite, but at least I got the colors going. So, yeah.
সহজ সময় দেখেছি, কত সময় আটকে থেকেছি, কতগুলো স্বপ্নগুলো গল্প ভেঙেছি। কেন ফিরলাম আমি আবার, কেন চলে গেল আধার? পাবো কি আমি আর, ছবো কি আমি আবার স্বপ্ন দেখার গল্প খাতায়? ছুটেছিলাম আমি হাওয়ায়, ছুটেছিলাম আমি সফলতায়, গতিবেগে উচ্ছ্বসিতে চলে যাই আমি আবার। সহজ করতে চাই, নিয়ম ভাঙতে চাই, নতুন নতুন ইচ্ছেগুলো পূরণ করতে চাই, ফেলে আসা হিসেব নিকেশ ভুলে যেতে চাই। সহজ করতে চাই, নিয়ম ভাঙতে চাই, নতুন নতুন ইচ্ছেগুলো পূরণ করতে চাই, ফেলে আসা হিসেব নিকেশ ভুলে যেতে চাই। কতগুলো গল্প বুনেছি, কত সময় পেরিয়েছি, আবার চায়ের কাপ তুলে কত অভিমানগুলো লিখেছি। কেন ফেললাম আমি বাস্তবতায়, কেন ফেললাম আমি কঠিন দুনিয়ায়? ছুটেছিলাম আমি হাওয়ায়, ছুটেছিলাম আমি সফলতায়, গতিবেগে উচ্ছ্বসিতে সহজ করতে চাই, নিয়ম ভাঙতে চাই, নতুন নতুন ইচ্ছেগুলো পূরণ করতে চাই, ফেলে আসা হিসেব নিকেশ ভুলে যেতে চাই। সহজ করতে চাই, নিয়ম ভাঙতে চাই, নতুন নতুন ইচ্ছেগুলো পূরণ করতে চাই, ফেলে আসা হিসেব নিকেশ ভুলে যেতে চাই। সহজ করতে চাই, চায়ের কাপ তুলে নিয়ম ভাঙতে চাই।
Muévelo, 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 muévelo. Down, 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 down. Muévelo, 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 muévelo. Down, 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 down. Muévelo on the floor. Muévelo on the floor. Muévelo on the floor. Muévelo on the floor. Hey chica, hasta abajo, dale low. It won't hurt you, tus caderas, secret weapon, los bomberos, aquí hay fuego. Fire, dance with me, drop it girl, come on dance with me. Hasta abajo, dance with me, go, go, come on bring the beat back, go. Muévelo on the floor. Muévelo on the floor.
Well, I was enjoying the exercise. This paint was really kind of hard to work with. I felt like I wasted a ton. These tubes feel pretty empty, and I'm just getting even a little bit of paint on. I felt like I was just wasting a ton of paint trying to get enough to cover the areas. It blended okay, but layering colors got lost pretty quickly, and it kind of has this chalky dryness to it that, while it doesn't really show up until you start adding white or start mixing colors. As I started mixing the colors, it started dry, really chalky, and the vibrancy is lost pretty quickly. It's okay, it flowed all right. separation wasn't that great, so having to mix them. It didn't dry too fast, but it's drying pretty fast. You know? I guess it's okay. I probably wouldn't buy these again for a lot of reasons. I definitely go with probably the micro brand over this if I had to choose. Obviously, still doesn't beat my favorite for low cost gouache, the my Artscape. But yeah, it was alright, I guess. I don't know. There's like more I want to do, but it's also like scraping at the paper. So I don't want to mess with that. But please like and enjoy. If you feel like supporting me, you can check out my Ko-Fi. And thanks. Not as enjoyable as I would like. Well, have a good night. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you would like to see. There should be some video recommendations too. Check them out as well for other videos on my channel. But thank you so much for supporting me. I really do appreciate that, and we'll see you next time.